Everybody. Tonight, we're going to be studying a very interesting phenomenon that has been occurring in Bible schools all across the world, and specifically here at Tauernhof. It's a time before evening lectures, and it begins approximately at 6:30. And during this time, the Christian life of love, peace, selflessness, patience comes to an end, and gluttony takes over. Yes, tonight we will be studying what is commonly known as dinner time. Alright, so the first ritual of every dinner involves the saying of a prayer. Extensive studies have shown us that there are two types of prayers. First, there is the student whose only motive for praying is to be closer to the buffet table. For example,
I'm just going to pray. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this food. Amen.
Let's take a rewind and study the second type of prayer, which is the one who insists on preaching a sermon in their prayer and is completely oblivious to the fact that everyone else is dying of hunger.
All right, let's just pray for this meal. Dear Lord, who is our good shepherd, loving Father, spirit of wisdom and forever friend, we would just like to first of all thank you for providing us with this food, just like how you provided manna in the desert for the Israelites and fish for the disciples when they were fishing in their boats. Thank you for providing food for the 5,000 and for turning water into wine, Lord. Thank you for your promise that you satisfy our hunger. You truly are our provider. And secondly, I would like to take this time to bless our future husbands. Great spiritual men who are ready to serve you and carry out your mighty works. And finally, thank you for the beautiful weather today. Even though it started off rainy, there was a time in the middle of the afternoon which was sunny, and even though it started raining again, it might clear up tonight, and I just want to thank you for that. In your beautiful, beautiful name, amen.
Alright, now let's just take a look at some of the major players in this scene. First, we have Laura. She's known as the veteran fatty. You can see she has carefully placed herself at the end of the table, closest to the buffet, which ensures that she has an MC, or an easy takeoff. And as you can see, she isn't first, so it works. Next, we have what we call the feisty fatties. Neither of them are as quick or as well placed as the veteran fatties, but we see how the bigger one is taking care of the smaller and weaker student in order to get further in the line. Alright, let's move on. Here we have the classic mistake of sitting on a bench. You can see how Emily is caught between the table legs and can't really move, so that's too bad. And Ashton, we have, is just awkward and is stuck between the chairs, which is unfortunate for her. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Here we have, typically it's usually a guy. Dylan could relate to this character. This is a clever person who scopes out where the vegetarians will be sitting. And so he doesn't even have to go to the buffet because he has all the serving of meat he could have at his table to himself. Okay, so now that the main rush has passed, everyone can enjoy their food in peace. Alright, that is until there's time for seconds, and that's when even more fatties emerge. For instance, we have what we call the fatty walk. Watch as a student hopefully walks up for seconds, only to realize that all the food is gone, and must endure the awkward walk back to the table. Alright, secondly, we have what we call the fatty scraping, where in desperation, where the student finds a dish that is just nearly empty and takes the entire bowl back to us. Oh, okay, look, over here, we have a hoarder fatty. We don't know where they get the food. Either they steal it from coffee break or Spar, or I don't know, but they're never hungry. So, another key aspect to dinner time is the toaster. Alright, so in the toaster line, it's always really awkward. You have to wait behind somebody while they, for some reason, have to toast a ridiculous amount of bread. This is all. And then, of course, the awkward conversation that one feels compelled to make while waiting for their toast.
So, you got a lot of white bread.
Yeah, well, we ran out of the regular stuff. I didn't speak high today, so.
Alright, and finally, the meal will come to an end. However, there's always that inevitable clash between the Germans and the non-Germans. Example.
I'm so full, I honestly it.
But you took it.
No, I was actually full, but it's fine. You have to eat. No, it's if you want it, it's okay. Just eat it. Fine, if you want it. I just want it, I'm fine. What?
Kinder, Afrika verhungern.
Well, it seems that most students survived another dinner at Tauernhof. So, yeah, good night and guten Appetit.